Good morning, my beautiful people. My name is Alison Monrose, and it is an amazing day to be alive. A beautiful morning. So, you have to say your prayers and get on with DBS this morning, the show that wakes you up in the know. Today, we have some great things in store for you, all about volunteerism, as well as some good tasting food. But before we get into all that good stuff, let's take a stop at the news desk for this morning's headlines.
Good morning. There are predictions that the recovery of the Caribbean tourism industry could be delayed if the global economic slowdown that some experts are predicting occurs this year. But Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire believes St. Lucia's tourism product may be able to weather the storm given the profile of visitors it attracts.
If there are economic and financial issues in our source markets, it can always affect the arrivals, because if people don't have money, if there are lots of uncertainty, the little thing we also have to look forward to is that to some extent we have persons that will travel because regardless they will have the income. They're more affluent travelers and they will travel even if there are some challenges. Those are the lower end, are very price sensitive and income sensitive, so they may not travel because there's so much uncertainty. So we have to determine, in a sense, where do we fall in all of this. We're not exactly a low-cost destination, and therefore, we always have the issue of some people wanting to say we are a luxury destination, and therefore, we don't attract the persons who look for $75 night rooms. That's not exactly our crowd. But he is right. I mean, the more your source markets have economic uncertainty, is the more it can affect you. So we have to hope that on the global stage, we have a more favorable climate.
Now, former Tourism Minister Dominic Fede says the destination is far from where it should be and a global recession could cause even further setbacks. The Chief Medical Officer says chronic non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, continue to be a significant cause of death in St. Lucia, with cancers, cerebrovascular disease or strokes, heart disease and diabetes dominating as the top 4 causes of death for the last decade. Men account for 56% of all NCD deaths in 2020.
Cancers account for about 1 in every 5 deaths in 2020. The main cancers affecting men remains prostate cancer and breast cancer for women. Despite this, males are losing more of their potential contribution to society due to assault, land transport accidents, and chronic lower respiratory disease, that is COPD, due to smoking. Females are losing more of their potential to society due to cancer, that is breast and cervical cancer in particular, and perinatal conditions specific to newborns.
The CMO says the increasing impact of violence and injuries due to crime and motor vehicle accidents on the hospital system and the blood bank resources is also of concern. Veteran journalist Earl Bousquet thinks CARICOM has a major role to play in resolving the crisis currently affecting Haiti and preventing potential military intervention.
Haiti's troubles revolve around an accumulation of all of those historical wrongs, which have included several invasions, particularly by the United States of America, which through the bank known as Citibank today, back then was part of the looting of the treasures of Haiti. The fact that Haiti has now been discovered in the 21st century to be sitting on oil and gold, quite apart from we know it's sitting on tectonic plates. You have a rush ever since the turn of the century for particularly American and European companies, governments, families and establishments to establish an external presence in Haiti, particularly in those areas known to contain gold, oil, and other precious minerals that will help liberate Haiti from the poverty that has attended its history.
Toward the end of last year, Prime Minister Ariel Henry wrote to the CARICOM grouping asking for assistance. Heads of government in response expressed their willingness to facilitate meaningful dialogue and consensus building among Haitian stakeholders to support efforts at resolving the situation in the country. Telecommunications company Digicel has presented new scholarships to 4 students who sat the inaugural CPEA exams in 2022.
We at Digicel, again, we want to thank the ministry for actually allowing us to be part of this and to extend a hand. It's just the tiniest assistance that we are providing to the students in their educational journey. And we would like to implore the students to continue working hard, use the items that they receive today to help make their educational journey a little bit easier, and to also make themselves proud.
The presentation ceremony was recently held at the offices of the Ministry of Education. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thanks, news team, and don't go too far, because we'll be right back. Alright guys, so first up we have Vanessa Henry Long with the Kiwani's Club as we talk about all the things that they did in the last few months as well as what's to come. So let's check her out. Good morning, beautiful people. I am joined here with Vanessa Henry Long, and today we're talking all things Kiwanis. So how are you doing this morning, Vanessa?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How about you?
I am doing fantastic. You know, being in this lovely studio, it brings out all the good vibes, and you know, I'm feeling the beautiful spirit today. It is a beautiful morning, and you know, we have to talk about giving back. We have to talk about volunteerism. So for all those who do not know what Kiwanis is, just give them a brief definition of what Kiwanis is all about.
Well, thank you so much for letting me in, of course, the opportunity to speak to persons in this new year about giving back. So for persons who don't know what Kiwanis is a worldwide organization, charitable organization responsible for helping children around the world. Our motto is serving the children of the world, and we believe as a community of helpers, of volunteers, it is all about helping one child, one community at a time. So basically, this is, if you want to phrase Kiwanis in one sentence, it's serving the children of the world.
Oh, I love to hear that because as we all know, the children is our future. So, you know, we have to start from young. So, last time we met, we spoke about your one-day project. So, tell us, do you have an update for us on that?
Oh, definitely. The one-day project, for persons who may not remember, and that's why I love it with you, Alison, because you always kind of bring my brain back to, okay, what is it about? What's the update? So we did plant some seedlings at the Grosley Primary School, and it was all about helping their garden grow. So now we did an update sometime in December, last month in December, and we went and we realized, guess what? Our little seedlings, they bloom. Woo! So we were really happy for that. And of course, we will try to make an effort to go out to the school and maybe plant some more to help, you know, the garden grow. So that is basically an update. And of course, you would see some of the amazing photos of where we were and where we are now and the progress that we've made for that. And for sure, that was a great project on our part.
That was lovely. Now to see that y'all actually plant your seedlings and they grew, I think that's the best part. So that's saying you have been certified with a green thumb, yeah?
Something like that. You know, after that project, it was my first time really planting. So on that, I mean, that kind of level in a green space. I mean, I do my own planting at home, but it just shows how when you join a service organization, it's not just about, you know, going out and giving food stamps or giving food, but it's also about helping with the community and the development of the community. So it was really nice to be part of that project. that.
Yes, that honestly brings a little smile to my heart. Seeing that y'all went to the preschool, y'all did that, and y'all just sowed that seed into their hearts. And I hope that they take it and they run with it. Now, speaking of December, was there any other activity that the Kiwanis held in December?
Oh, yes, we did quite a few activities in December. One of our signature projects, well, to a certain extent, it's our signature project, but it's a project that we do practically every time. And you know, when we talk about Kiwanis, we talk about kids, and I'm referring to the Kiwanis Children's Party. So we did it again. I won't say we adopt the Grizzly Primary School, but this was our second project there because the Grizzly Primary School is a school where pretty soon, and that's in the works, they will be having their own little Kiwanis club. So we decided to get them started and to feel the pulse of what Kiwanis family is about, considering that they will be joining us soon with the K Kids. We decided to host the children's party there this year. And let me tell you, we were able to bring joy and smiles to about 50 kids in the community of Grizzly, because most of them are actually at that school. So we approached the principal, and thanks to her, Mrs. Charles, for coming on board, and the school, the teachers, and of course our Kiwanis chairperson for that project, Mrs. Marcian Lloyd Justine. She was very instrumental in ensuring that that project was a success. So I mean, we have a lot of persons to thank for that particular project. The man himself, our Minister of Youth, Mr. Kenson Casimir, he supported us in that venture, and it really brought joy to our heart that, of course, not just persons within the community, like Mr. David Mohis, the Social Transformation Officer. We also had persons like Chef Alfred Pascal. We had Deborah Edwards and Saul who came on board, and we had Wayne Benty. So we had quite a few people who were instrumental into making this happen. Kiwani's members themselves sowing the seed right there with their family members and friends of Kiwani's. It was just amazing to see that we were able to get that project on the way. And of course, Massey Stores, which is one of the places that we find that have been supporting our projects as it relates to not just our children's project, but also our hamper distribution, which we will touch on in a bit.
No, you see, you can do so much things, especially when we all come together, we all put our hands together, because do you know how they always say two is always better than one? And imagine when it comes to 50, 100 of us coming together, you know how much change we can create in St. Lucia?
Definitely. And I mean, some persons think like, it's just about you as an individual, but to see other companies from outside who are not necessarily tied to volunteerism, like Bank of St. Lucia, they also came on board with us over the season to support our project. So it's really good to see that Corporate St. Lucia did come out to assist us, and as well, of course, persons who just donated. I don't have all of the names because, sometimes, there are persons who would give you and they would say, you don't have to mention me, but, they would give out of their heart. So that was really, really a good thing for us in this season. We also did our, remember the time, we had that big rain and everything, and persons were affected in the north, yes. The flood. We call it a flash flood or whatever we want to call it. I don't even want to remember it because it's not a very good experience. But we were able to, as a club, come together with the Social Transformation Officer, donate clothes, shoes, groceries, so that he now can go into the community to give out to those persons. So this was one of the things that we did as well in December. Not forgetting, if persons were shopping by Massey Supermarket in St. Acres, you would have seen us soliciting some groceries.
Yes.
Did you see us?
Of course I did. Anyone who went to Gablewood's Massey stores saw y'all. Y'all were out, y'all were present, and y'all were getting a lot of donations. Now, speaking of donations, what was that for?
Okay, so it was for this is our signature project, where I know most persons give out to the different charitable organizations. They go out and they give out to the homeless, the needy, or even persons who are just in need around December time. But Kiwani's strategy is always different. When everybody goes out and they give in December, what we do, we collect in December and we give out in January.
That's such
Because you know January.
harder than hard. It harder than hard because after you spend all the money in December or all the things happen in
Yes.
December, January just comes and you're just like, what
I like
happens
the way you
now?
say that. It's harder than hard. So in January, we now will be, after we've collected, and we thank so much Marcy Stores for coming on board, and of course the general public, because while person shopping for the Christmas, they shopping for Kiwanis too. And you know, all the people that we will be helping throughout this month and throughout the months to come. So we have collected the grocery items. So actually, this week, we will be putting the packages together in terms of making the small packages, seeing everything that we have to do. And by this month end, we will be distributing into the communities. We're going all around the country. We're not just sticking to Castries. We will be going all around to distribute the various hampers to the homes and also individual hampers as well.
All right, so big up Kiwanis because that is an amazing initiative, especially seeing that y'all are doing it different. You see, guys, dare to be different. Sometimes you just have to switch up the narrative, and I love how y'all are tackling January and not so much December because everyone is tackling December. But seeing that y'all can come out, be a little different, and do January because, like I said, January is a difficult month. It really is. It's harder than hard. You understand? So I completely agree with y'all. I appreciate that y'all are doing it in January. I think a lot of the persons y'all help will be very, very thankful. So I want to say thank you so much for you being in a Kiwanis, for Kiwanis themselves, for all your sponsors, for the general public, anyone who showed any support to anyone, especially the Christmas season this January 2022 and 2023 because yes, we are in a brand new year, so you know there's a lot more to give, a lot more things to do this year. So again, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here today, and guys, go out, help somebody, and I'll see you in just a little bit. Alright guys, so we have Bogu up next. So she tells us all about her amazing food as well as how you can get your hands on some tasty treats. So let's check her out. Good morning, beautiful people. I am joined here with Shanice and Bryce, who is the owner of Bogu. And how are you doing this morning, Shanice?
I'm doing awesome.
That's what we love to hear. It is a beautiful day. We want to ensure that we are all feeling amazing. It is 2023, a whole new year. So, you know, we have to start on a good foot. So tell the people a little bit more about Bogu.
Bogo is a business I decided to open because I love cooking from a young age. I began cooking at the age of 9 with my mom in the kitchen. So that brought out the joy for me to continue that as I grew up.
Now, I know a lot of people get into cooking with their parents, and I think that is such a cute tradition to, you know, take your child in the kitchen with you to do some amazing things, to see if they, you know, spark that interest. And I love to see that's how you started. So tell us a little bit more about Bogu. When did it start?
Okay, so Bogo started in 2019 where I decided to sell like meals for people, like they could have ordered from me, and I drop it off to them. Then I decided to do more, like go into catering. People started messaging me, going to catering and doing little stuff like surprise boxes, and I got good feedback, so I continued.
Now, seeing you started off in 2019, to me that was the height of the pandemic. So how did that affect you? Was it positive or negative?
It was a good thing I did. As a lot of businesses was closed, I got a lot of customers, a lot of people came to me.
Now, for all those out there who do not know what food you do, could you tell us a brief summary of your menu?
Okay, well, I do everything. I do finger foods. Also, I do stuff like mac and cheese, macaroni, fish, name it. I do everything except for like baking and things like baking, like cakes. I don't do baking. I only do food.
Okay, now I've had her food, guys, and it is truly amazing. So I think you just need to try it out for yourself if you're any bit skeptical at all. But from me, guys, I think y'all can trust me. Her food is great. So I know you also do cinnamon rolls, but you do a little spin on that. Could you tell me that?
Okay, well, the cinnamon rolls, I used to go on TikTok and see what that can draw people to me, and I saw like they do different cinnamon rolls like red velvet, they do Oreos, so I tried it, and then yes, it was a wow from the customers, so I continued.
That's what we love to hear, because I know when you try something new, it can be a little scary at first, but seeing that persons came on board and they love the idea, I think that is something just you need to just run with. Now, seeing that Bogu is not English, for all my English viewers out there, tell us what it means.
Bogo means good taste.
Okay, so you know the name says it all. The food has some good taste. So guys, if any of you are interested in trying out her food, let them know how they can do so.
Okay, so y'all can contact me on 7322767 or follow my page, which is Bogu on Instagram, BONGOU, and yes, that's it.
All right, guys, so taste it, try it out, look at those pictures. You know, sometimes you just have to put your foot in. I know a lot of people have some good things coming up, some of the celebrations. So this is the perfect person for that. You have catering, you have meals for all those who... Oh, by the way, tell the people where you are located, because I'm sure I'm just speaking and I'm not too sure if everyone knows where you are located.
Okay, I'm located Edgewaters, Grizzly. That's behind Bank of St. Lucia or Digicel. You can come straight down, and the second gap, you come straight down, you'll see a big black truck with a green and white house right there.
Okay, so guys, that is another option for lunch. So that is another place that you can stop by to get some good food. So guys, I want to say thank you again for joining me here today. It was an honor speaking to you, and it was an honor for them to get to know more about the good tasting food that you have to offer. And guys, I'll see you in just a little bit.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Sarah, Laurie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a bacchanal warm-up routine to Balance Bati by WCK. Let's do this. Four, three, two, swing those hips. Four, three, two, hips going in a circle. 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, step and switch. 4, 3, 2, first side and 4, 3, 2, next side. Hey. 4, 3, down and up. Hip. Let's go. 8, 8, 8, 8. Stroke back, squeeze it. Last one, side to side with the hip. Woo! Let's go. 4, 3, 2, circle. 4, 3, 2, step and 4, 3, 2, switch. Hey! 4, 3, 2, foot side. Switch it. Hey! One more. 4, 3, hip down and up and stroke back, balance bati. Let's go. 4 more. Side to side, hips. 4, 3, step and 4, 3, 2, switch and 4, 3, 2, first side. 4, 3, 2, next side. 4, 3, hip down and up and last one, push back. Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. 4 more. Hey, hey, hey. Roll the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize. We hope that you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of today's show. I hope you are enjoying your day because I know I am. It's always a blessing to come on here and show you guys my beautiful face. So, guys, go out today, have an amazing day, wear that confidence with a smile, and I'll see you tomorrow bright and early.